Back to the sport.
Did you hear a clank there?
I did. I thought it was your knees again there, Alison, but that was the cup.
Right, anyway, to the sport. The Celtic captain Neil Lennon says he'll be waving goodbye to the most passionate fans in the world at Hampden tomorrow. The Irishman will play his last game for the Hoops when they take on Dunfermline in the Scottish Cup final at Hampden. The SPL champions are the clear favourites to lift this trophy, but as Chris McLaughlin reports, it's the underdogs who've had the trickier run-in.
Typical Dunfermline street, but not a typical garage. Jason Barber has converted his into his very own pub. All Par 1 he calls it, and it's not just for the final.
We moved here a couple of years ago and I had lots of Dunfermline stuff to put on the wall, and my wife wasn't too keen on it being in the living room or any other room in the house, so the garage was here and it was an opportunity to turn it into a Par's bar.
So as we're in the bar and it's Scottish Cup final weekend, let's get the rounds in. In the third, the Par sunk Rangers 3-2 and Celtic destroyed Dumbarton. Next, a late Scott Wilson goal saw Hearts fall at East End Park as Celtic beat Livingston 4-1. At the quarter stage, Dunfermline took care of the Jags and Celtic left it late against Cally Thistle. And with just 4 remaining, the Pars progressed with a cheeky penalty against Hibs and Celtic sunk the Saints.
We're not under no illusions how difficult it will be. We're playing the champions who are full of good experience and great players at international level. But we've got to get into the game believing that we can win it, and I'm sure if we show the form over the last 6 weeks then and we perform on the day, we'll give ourselves every chance.
Also an emotional day for this man. His last game for Celtic. He'll miss the trophies, he'll miss the fans more.
For the 7 years, I've had a great affinity with the supporters. And they have such a passion and a love for the club, which is probably unequalled by any other club in the world. So, it's been 7 years of bedlam, really, but I wouldn't have changed anything for it.
And talking of bedlam, remember, if you don't get a ticket, you can always watch the game live on BBC Scotland in the house or even in the garage.
We are the Pars, we are the Pars.
Looks fun. Well, I'm joined now by the general manager of Dunfermline, the man who led the team out the last time they were at Hampden, Jim Leishman. Jim, thanks very much indeed for joining us. You led them out. This is quite an occasion, this one though. This is the Scottish Cup. What an opportunity for Dunfermline.
Yeah, it's magnificent, and the players and the manager and his staff have done really well, Alison, getting to the final. Some hard teams, but they've deserved to get there, and why not tomorrow? It could be our day.
Celtic, the champions, overwhelming favourites. How do you beat them? Jim?
I think you've got to get you've got to have a bit of luck, but hard work, and they've been doing that, and. That belief, they've got to have that belief in themselves. We've got good players. Once he got fit this year, Jim McIntyre, from March on, he's been a great asset to the club, and we've got a lot of good players apart from Jim that'll do us proud tomorrow.
Jim, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, it's a pleasure.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, it's a lot of fuss over a little pot of silver, is it? The Scottish Cup is history, the oldest surviving trophy in the world game. It's been around for a long time and attracts attention wherever it goes. A description, funnily enough, which fits Chick Young, so we sent them both out onto the streets of Glasgow.
The dear old Scottish Cup. The Scottish Football Association paid £56 to make this, It was first played for in 1874 and first won by Queen's Park. It's the oldest surviving trophy in world football. Sure, there's only one Scottish Cup. Except, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not actually true.
This is the real thing, all right. Famous occasions, a once-in-a-lifetime moment for most team captains as they get their hands on the game's crown jewel. But sadly, it's an all-too-brief encounter.
It's still the original trophy that's presented to the winning captain. The fact is that once the trophy's been presented and the lap of honour has been conducted, the trophy's then swapped over and the winning team then takes away an exact copy of the trophy. But that means we can look after it. Now only for only 20 minutes a year, the trophy is under a little bit of stress when it's been handed around from player to player.
Time then for the Scottish Cup to meet its adoring public.
Tomorrow won't be the first time that a team from Fife has come to Glasgow in search of this old trophy. It happened 69 years ago when East Fife played Kilmarnock. No, I wasn't actually at the game, but I know a man who was.
You have to have the odds in a cup tie, I think. And the odds were that East Fife were wasting everybody's time in turning up and had no chance.
A bit like Dunfermline tomorrow.
A bit like Dunfermline. Compared with Dunfermline, are red hot favourites, I would say.
So, who's going to win tomorrow? Celtic, of course, are heavy favourites. But I'll tell you something, there's no way Dunfermline are coming to Hampden just to be sitting ducks.
Indeed, we'll see.